Juan Guaido, the embattled, self-proclaimed president of Venezuela, has decided to create a parallel parliament next to the actual parliament of Venezuela. That's right, he has decided to take the dual power route Maoist tactic and create essentially a second Venezuelan government after he was removed as the leader of the National Assembly for collaborating with the United States, which is an act of treason, and still makes me wonder to this day why he was not actually thrown in prison for this crime. The self-proclaimed interim president led a group of deputies in a standoff with security forces outside the legislative palace in Caracas, while the National Assembly held its regular session inside. The session was led by the newly elected and President Luis Parra, who announced the creation of a commission to restore constitutional order. So as the story goes, after the National Assembly session ended, Juan Guaido stormed in with a handful of hand-picked opposition politicians, opened a second session of Parliament where he swore himself in as the interim president of Venezuela for another year. The footage circulated on social media suggested that the parallel session did not have the required quorum of 84 deputies, with journalists appearing to outnumber the actual number of lawmakers in the building. And I've got to say, this is actually starting to get really sad. This Juan Guaido is such a failure at trying to coup Maduro, and the United States have so drastically failed to coup Maduro that they're acting almost like a childish clubhouse mentality. This has no legitimacy whatsoever. It's completely ridiculous. The guy just holds his own session of Parliament without even enough people being there, without it actually being an official session of Parliament to declare himself the president of Venezuela. This really is a really sad sight. Like, this has gone from just being someone trying to coup to someone who has so repeatedly failed. It's now looking absolutely pathetic. And if you'll permit me a moment of levity, this is exactly what came to my mind when Guaido said he was going to open his own parliament.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go build my own theme park with blackjack and hookers. In fact, forget the park.
I feel like in this context, that clip is wholly justified, because that adequately demonstrates the way that Guaido and the United States have approached this entire coup attempt against Maduro. It has been nothing more than a spectacular failure, and any continuation of it just really looks pathetic at this point. It's almost painful to watch how badly Juan Guaido is running around calling himself the president when basically no one but the most hardcore allies recognizes him as such. It is truly a sad and pathetic sight.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.